Hi folks, Mark Hoja here. In this short video, I want to explain how best to use this book, which is great for people who are studying for exams because it helps you to think about words and how they are grouped into different topics. And so this book is also grouped into topics. So here you can see it's got some general topics, and it's helpful for you to think about words being grouped in these ways. But there's a specific way I would like you to use the book, and I'm going to explain that to you now. So let's just scroll down until we find one of the topics. There's a lot of information here. You can, of course, use all of it if you want to. But what I would prefer you to do, my recommendation, is like this. So let's say here we have something about bird migration. So this is the first section. I suggest that you do not use this section first. First, look at the story. So read the story completely. And once you've read the story, come back and look for words that are written in blue. So here we have migration, breeding, inhabit, observers, imperative, species, evolve, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you know these words, that's fine. If you don't know these words, first thing you should do is try to guess what the word means based on the words that are around it, the words of the sentence, the main idea of the paragraph might also help you. If after you've done this, you're still feeling a little uncomfortable, then I suggest you go backwards and you find the word here in the list. So let's say we chose species. The next step is to see if you can find a definition for it in this area here. So again, you're still guessing. There's no explicit answers. If you want to, once you've read the story, you could do this a different way to make this quicker. What you could do after reading the story is just match each of these. So you'll match one side here with its definition here, and then this one, and there will be some gaps. So the words that are gaps are probably the ones that you didn't know from the story. And then it'll be easier to match these ones to the other side because you will have less choices. You can do it that way also. One easier way to do this is to look at what kind of word type it is. Unfortunately for this one, that's not very helpful because we have to breed and a breed, and it's the same word. So you don't know if this is a noun or a verb. But see this one here, nocturnal, you probably don't know that it's an adjective, but I do, and that might help. But you could tell from where it's positioned in the story. If it's before a noun, it could quite likely be an adjective. What else do I want to tell you here? 1 second. Yeah, so that's my main idea for this book. There are lots of stories. I think there's 3 stories for every chapter, which is a lot of material to go through, but very useful material. Yeah, so there's 3 stories for each chapter. There's also, as you will see, lots of other information in each chapter. You can use this if you want to. The more practice you get, the better it will be for you. But I think the most important part is this part here. So yeah, I think probably the easiest way, read the story, try to identify the word's meaning, then maybe do this exercise in full. Then you will discover what this word means, hopefully. You may need to look at a dictionary in the end if it's impossible. But if you do look in a dictionary, try not to use a translation dictionary. That's not helpful. You want to use a dictionary that is an English one. But there are better English dictionaries online, and there are worse English dictionaries online. What I suggest you do is look for a learner's dictionary. They usually have much easier explanations. So that's enough talking from me. If you have more questions, just send me a message. Good luck.